My name is Brent Herring, and I am here with MCW Pro Wrestling Superstar. He is the Steel City Centurion, the Steel City Shooter, Pittsburgh's finest, and maybe, quite possibly, the breakout star of the past 3 years that I've seen. I mean, it's your time. Mr. Spencer Slade, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Brent.
Spencer, I just want to start by saying you came into MCW like a whirlwind, a force of nature. You started with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Tim Spriggs, as your tag team partner. You guys were Capital Punishment, and quite frankly, the tag team division didn't stand a chance. Can you talk a little bit about that period of your introduction to MCW?
Yeah, I mean, when I came into MCW, I wanted to make a statement. And I knew the only way I was going to do that was by to win that tag team gold and be the very best tag team that this company has. Because I don't get into things to be second place. I get into things to be number one, the very, very best. And it just so happened that I found myself a good brother that I thought at the time, Tim Spriggs. You know, another combat guy that's intense and as serious as I am. And that's why we did so well together, because we knew each other. And Spencer Slade, he doesn't half-ass anything. I go balls to the walls, and that's what you saw with Capital Punishment. You saw one of the greatest tag team runs in MCW history.
Absolutely, and it was only when it came apart at the seams that you guys were unable to hold on to those tag team titles any longer. And you said, you know, you found a great partner, and but in that age of destruction in the tag team run as champions here in MCW, a lot of the fans didn't get to know you. That's the thing. You were a world beater. I mean, you're indestructible practically. But in that time period, it was really, I don't want to say disconnect, but it wasn't about, you were about making a statement. And I think so few people really understand, Spencer, that just like the city you're from, which is super tough, blue collar, bust your ass, earn every penny, you also come from a very tough background with a lot of adversity that you've overcome. You've never really addressed it publicly. I'd love to give you the floor and ask you, if you could in your own words, can you tell us what you've had to overcome with your physical disability?
Absolutely. Well, I just want to start off first by saying now that Tim Spriggs is on the back burner, the fans can see who the real Spencer Slade is. They get to see who I really, really am. And I'm that young kid that was bullied, picked on, and denied opportunities because of his hearing disability. And that right there, that put a huge chip on my shoulder. A chip that most people probably will never have on their shoulder. And what I mean by that is that made me want to prove everybody wrong all the time. And sports was actually the way for me to do that. People wouldn't take me seriously because of this. I was a little scrawny, skinny, hearing impaired kid that liked pro wrestling, that told everybody he was going to be a pro wrestler. And what did people do? They laughed.
Yeah.
They laughed at me. They said, "Oh, you can't hear. You look funny with the hearing aids." But that lit a fire in my ass to be the best person, student, and athlete that I could be. That's why I get this unmatched work ethic from, this aggression, this intensity, because I know what I've been through because of this. I know the people that have doubted me. I also know all the opportunities that I haven't been given because people thought this has something to do with what I can do physically. No. This right here is just something that I was born with. But it has absolutely nothing to do with what I can do physically. And when I step foot in the ring with that chip on my shoulder, I always remember that young Spencer Slade, who people always doubted, And that's why I bring that aggression and intensity, because this stuff is real to me. Real. It's my life. This whole fear the gear, it's not a catchphrase. It's a mindset.
Can you speak a little bit about that? What does fear the gear mean to you?
Yeah, so I wear my hearing aids with pride. Every time I wake up in the morning and I put these hearing aids in my ears, it's like my Superman cape. You know what I mean by that? It just gives me that sense of confidence that I know that I've overcome everything to get to this point. And I wear the headgear because the headgear protects what I hold so near and dear to my heart. It's my hearing aids. It's a foundation. It's who I am. And that's what fear the gear means. It means whomever's in the ring with me, my opponent, any doubters or naysayers, they're going to fear what's coming their way. Because my hearing disability didn't stop me from chasing my dream of being a pro wrestler, and neither will anybody else.
That's so cool, man. Like I got, obviously have my own adversities and obstacles that I've overcome, and I've always really just been waiting. And I know I can't be the only one for somebody who has a physical disability. I mean, we have no representation in the sport, very little. And even before you got to MCW, I caught a picture of you and heard you were hearing impaired. I said, this guy, Spencer Slade out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, this might be the guy. This might be the guy that all of the young kids with disabilities or hearing impairment look to when they say, I can see him, I can be him.
Absolutely.
How do you carry that responsibility?
That's a responsibility that I hold near and dear to my heart, because I was one of those little kids. Any of you young kids that are watching right now that have gone through a disability, or you're just being doubted in general, I was you. I was in your shoes. But don't ever let some physical disability or what people tell you to stop you from doing what you want to do. I'm living proof, okay? I'm from a small town in Pennsylvania, and I'm carving my own legacy to be one of the best professional wrestlers around. So if I can do it, you can do it. You just cannot let anybody tell you what you can and can't do. It's a gift. It's a gift to be born differently or to be unique. And take that and do whatever you want with your life. That's why I step foot in the ring. Anybody that has ever been doubted, I'm fighting for you because I was in your shoes.
And it makes you a hardened warrior. And you talked a little bit about the chip on your shoulder and proving people wrong.
Yeah.
But at some point, Spencer, you're going to get to a point where you have proven it wrong. Your body is pristine. You got an amazing physique. You're a killer in there. You're an animal.
Yeah.
And you've overcome so much. At some point, you're going to have to prove yourself right.
Yeah.
What does that look like in pro wrestling and MCW? What does Spencer Slade pro wrestling immortality look like?
My immortality really looks like just going down in history as one of the best to ever do it. Not only that, but one of the most influential people or inspiring people out there. I want people to look back and say, you know what, that Spencer Slade guy, he really helped me accomplish something and believe in myself. That's the most important thing, because that's going to have a longer lasting impression on people than winning championships. But if I can do that, just be any kind of inspiration to somebody, that's something I'll take to my grave, because this is my life story. You know, I wasn't born perfect. I was born with a hearing disability, and damn it, I loved every second of it. And I wouldn't trade this journey for the world, because it made me into who I am today.
You've taken something that a lot of people would say is a weakness, and you've made it a strength, and that's freaking amazing, man.
Yeah.
Spencer, there's no doubt doubters out there. There's no doubt people saying, sing the blues, man, it don't matter. Once it's bell time,
Yeah.
I'm gonna end you.
Yeah.
And there's also people who are going through hell right now, not thinking they can't overcome the obstacles in their way. What do you say to the doubters, and what do you say to the people who feel like they look at you and go, I don't think I have what he has?
To the doubters out there, I mean, you guys are really a blessing in disguise, because when you doubt me, it only makes me want to push harder, work harder, and grind even harder. So you're actually doing me a favor by making me work even harder. That's my message to the doubters. And to the people out there that don't believe in themselves yet, just look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're going to accomplish and do what you set out to do. I never once in my life ever let this stop me from doing what I wanted to do. And I never ever let anybody else's negative opinion on me stop me from that vision that I had in my head. I call it like the law of attraction. When you see something and you visualize and you want it that badly, you're going to find a way to get it done. And that's exactly what I've done. Just believe in yourself. No disability is ever going to stop you but you.
I think we can close with you telling us exactly what is next for you.
What is next for Spencer Slade? Number one, he's always going to bring that intensity and aggression. But really what's next for me is getting to the very, very top of MCW, because I didn't come to MCW just to be a tag team champion or just to be one of the most inspirational wrestlers. No, I came here to win all the championship gold, the big one, the top of the mountain. And if I can win the top of the mountain, the heavyweight title, and be the top guy, the face, that's what my goal is, to come and be the face of MCW, be the most inspirational face that can inspire the most amount of people, then I've done my personal goal of coming to MCW in the first place.
Well, I mean, there's no doubt about it. You've changed your life and overcame so much. I totally believe and know that you're going to change a lot of lives out
Absolutely.
there. And for your enemies and opponents, you're going to change their lives too, just not in a way they're going to like. So, hearing impaired or not, they're chanting your name, Spencer. Ladies and gentlemen, Spencer Slade is here in MCW, and he could be the face